On the last Kermode Uncut blog, I gave you my top 5 films of the year so far and asked you to give me yours. Well, now it's time for my bottom 5 films of the year so far. The worst movies I have seen so far in 2012. There have been plenty of stinkers. Rock of Ages, which completely sucked. Strippers versus Werewolves, which was every bit as bad as the title suggests. Act of Valor, which came and went in a flash. All of these were stinky, but not quite stinky enough. It wouldn't really be a Kermode Uncut bottom 5 if there wasn't an entry from Dick Van Dyer, and I'm thrilled to say that this year, as always, Danny hasn't disappointed. In at number 5 is Deviation. Now, the interesting thing about Deviation is that when it was released, Danny Dyer was in the press saying that it was a real change for him, a real stretch. He wanted to get away from typecasting and try something completely different to the roles he'd parlayed before. So in this film, he plays an unlovable Mockney thug who dreams of being utterly charming and wanders the streets annoying men and being a menace to women. So completely different to all the roles he's played before.
You just made me kill a bloke for nothing. Nobody's gonna help you. This is my turn.
At 4, The Devil Inside, described on the poster as the movie the Vatican didn't want you to see. Why? Because it's crap. Hey, we didn't come up with an ending. Maybe you brought one yourself. Or why not go to our website and see if we did any better there?
Piranha 3DD.
At 3, all the threes, Piranha 3DD, a film which spectacularly fails to live up to even the low expectations of that title. How bad is it? It's not just that all the best jokes are in the trailer, it's that those jokes aren't even in the film.
The most famous lifeguard of all time. Let's all get wet and wild!
I have no idea how hard it is to live out the greatest romance of the century.
At 2, W.E., revisionist, historical, balderdash from Madonna, who manages to get her kings wrong, attempts to argue that people who cozied up to Hitler were misunderstood, and presents Muhammad al-Fayed as the arbiter of truth. Oh, go away.
And I will be the most despised woman in the world. The whole world turned against her, but she never backed down.
And at number 1, the worst film I've seen so far in 2012, and frankly I'd be surprised if anything surpassed this. That's it, John Carter. Not of Mars, remember, because if they'd put of Mars in the title, people wouldn't have gone, oh, hang on, it's just become the biggest money-losing movie of all time. Dull.
You are John Carter of Earth?
So there we are, that's my worst 5 films of the year so far. Will there be 5 even more stinky between now and the end of the year? Who knows? Meantime, let me know your bottom 5 of 2012 so far, and if you say Prometheus, I'm not listening.